Yes, yes, people. Welcome to the Football Takeover. I'm G Talks Arsenal, your host for tonight's show, which is obviously the preview show for what is a very important Premier League game. Feels like every game right now is of the utmost important. Brentford versus Arsenal, which is obviously kickoff tomorrow night. I'm joined by my partner in crime, Coach Ali. How you doing, bro?
Yes, bros, I'm all well, all well. Just at work, but I'm just squeezing this in. It's very important to get done.
Definitely, and I can see you're standing up this evening.
Yeah, it's a serious week. We got to win. We got to win tomorrow. We got to win on Saturday.
That's it.
This is the
Standing on
business end.
business.
That's right. This is the business end of the
I love
season, so
that.
we're
I
ready.
love that. I love that. We're also obviously joined by one of our regulars, Neil, aka Dodsey. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, really good, guys. I hope everyone's well and they're having a good week so far and ready for a tough game tomorrow.
Yep. Yep, definitely. And last but not least, we have obviously Brenny, OG Brenny K74. Doesn't have his
Yes,
camera on
sir.
today because obviously he's feeling a little bit under the weather, but regardless, he's here with us. So, how you doing, Brenny?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Regardless of that, I mean, I'm still standing. I'm still, still there. You know what I mean? And just been a lot of rest today, and hopefully, I'll be tip top shape for the weekend. Because if I'm not, the missus isn't going to be too impressed if you know what Saturday is.
Mm.
So yeah, there is that. And big up to all you, big up to the chat, and big up to Ali, who looks like he's representing Sky, but he's actually representing the takeover without a
Wicked,
microphone.
Don't worry, we'll take them
wicked.
over in the long-term project. Don't worry.
Done, no, done, no. You heard
One
it here
at a time.
first.
They don't
And
get transfer
also,
news like us.
that's it. And also tonight, we will be potentially joined by one of our members in the Discord called the Boy Got Goons. He's not with us at the moment, but if he does, obviously join backstage, and I'll bring him in accordingly. So yeah, obviously we're gonna get straight into it. Obviously, huge game. I know a lot of us are going to be. I'm going to quickly just kind of touch upon one of the games tonight. So I know a lot of us are going to be somewhat invested in the Manchester City versus Fulham game. Just quickly. Like, I don't really want to spend too much time on it. I will be watching it. Most of us will be. Just quickly come to you, Ali. I mean, do you expect an upset tonight? Can Fulham go to the Etihad and get anything?
Nah, we'll be
I
three
hear it.
points ahead. We'll be 3 points ahead tomorrow, and then we'll go 6 points clear tomorrow night.
Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. What about you, Neil? How you feeling?
Yeah, no, I would love it to happen. I can't see it with Fulham's current form. I can't see it.
Mhm.
I just think City will be too strong for them.
Yeah. And Brenny, crazier things have happened in the world of football, but can you see Fulham causing an upset tonight?
If Fulham was in a home fixture, I would say yes, but because
Yeah.
they're not, I don't see it. I honestly don't see it.
I hear it, and I'm to be honest, I'm in the same. I've got the same stance. I'd love it to happen. It'd be amazing if it happened, but genuinely, like some of the kids were asking me today, do you know, Serge, you think Fulham can pull something, out of the hat? And I was like, to be honest, no. I'm expecting us to be 3 points ahead tomorrow night, and I'll dare say I expect us to be 6 points ahead by the end of the fixture, and that's kind of like where I'm at. So, with that being said, obviously I'm going to bring up obviously some of the stats that obviously Bobby has put together, and obviously before we move into the show, big up Bobby in the background. He's the one that is that
Yes,
always puts
yes,
all these
BB.
amazing, yeah, he puts all these amazing graphics together. He's not feeling his best, obviously. He's got his surgery, he's got his recovery to kind of that we're going to obviously hope goes successfully well. He's hoping to be back for the North London derby, but even though he's got all of that going on, he still puts in the time to obviously put all these slides together. He's still backstage
Yes.
to help me pull the strings. So massive thank you to Bobby. So yeah, here's the first slide. Obviously the head-to-head that Bobby always does. So the two teams have played 9 times. There's been 2 draws. There's been 1 Brentford win, which was at home, 0 away wins. And there have been 6 Arsenal wins, 3 of which are at home and 3 are away. So, I mean, we've got a decent record in this fixture. So it is interesting. I mean, I'll come to you first, Neil, because obviously when we were backstage, you asked me, like, were you nervous? And I said to you, yeah, I am. I am a little bit nervous. I'm nervous that City are going to potentially or will potentially, cut the lead from what was 9 to now 3. And for some reason, this fixture is making me feel a little bit anxious. But I mean, when you look at the head-to-heads, I mean, this is a fixture that we do pretty well in. So what is it? Is it the fact that we know we can see the promised land, but we still know there's a long way to go? Is it because we know Arsenal got a little banana skin in them in terms of a performance? What is it that's making Arsenal fans feel so anxious about this fixture when look at the head-to-heads? I mean, we predominantly dominate this fixture.
I think, look, I think current Brentford form, I think they look really good. The new manager seems to be, working wonders for them, getting them playing nice attacking football, nice football. But I think it's the PTSD. I think also having City play first as well. I think the Arsenal fans will keep an eye on that game, or in fact, I know most of them will. So yeah, I think a bit of a banana skin feeling. But again, and Ali says it all the time. Coach Ali says it all the time. Pick the right team, go out there and get the job done. I don't care how we win. I hope we win by 3 set pieces. I'll take it all day long. But yeah, a little bit nervous about the game.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see from the recent meetings here, like 2-0 Arsenal win at home, 1-1 draw at home, a 3-1 away win, 2-1 home win, and then a 1-0 away win. So it's not necessarily a fixture that we don't particularly do badly in, home or away. So yeah, it is interesting why there is such nerves. I mean, I'll come to you, Brenny, obviously looking at the form guide here. So when you look at obviously Arsenal's form, we had the disappointing results against Liverpool 0-0, Forest 0-0. These were moments where I'll be honest, I was a bit down. I felt like there were real missed opportunities where we could have really kind of, not won the league, but we could have pulled away from the chasing pack. And then obviously the really disappointing result against Man United, losing 3-2 at home. I never envisioned that. But then since then, some might say it's it's kind of simultaneously the return of Kai, whatever you put it down to. I mean, we put away Leeds 4-0 away from home, and then a comfortable home win against Sunderland. Do you see us continuing this new vein of good form? How you feeling? Do you think form matters going into this match, Brenny?
I think it does. I know it's a London derby, but I think for me, it's about. Normally, right, when you're going for a title, what I haven't seen us do yet, and I hope we see it because we've seen it with past Arsenal sides now. I'm only talking Arsenal sides have you been you've been to games like in the seasons where we won the league where we start quickly and that's what and I would love to see that tomorrow, for example. We have a good record at Brentford, and I think the Man United defeat it still hurts, but it won't hurt at all if we win the league. And and for me, it's Manchester United. I've never liked losing to them. Even when I was 8-9 years old, I never liked losing to them.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't. It's not just one of them things where it's just a case of, oh well, lost United. Okay, we move on. Yeah, of course we have to move on. But as a fan, you still have to. We've got to feel it. It's like you've got to feel it, and you've got to. It's like games we embrace or win, and when you have defeats, you cannot just brush it aside like it's nothing. And United game really hurt. But then for me, I think the response has been fantastic. After that, I think the response has been fantastic, and that's not something I've seen in quite a while. It's something that was synonymous with us years ago. Whenever we had bad defeats, and we lost to United in the FA Cup semi-final in '99, and then a few days later we battered Wimbledon at home 5-1. It's so I'm loving it in that regard. And I think, but with the Brentford game tomorrow, I'm expecting a tough game. But I would love us to just make a statement and just get a very early goal, and that would have Brentford, who I don't think will come with a low block. I think it'd just be about them leaving those spaces that we can exploit. So I think getting the early goal is vital, because I think if if it's like 40 minutes in and it's 0-0, then I think it could get a little tense. You know, considering if and especially if City win tonight. So
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
Yeah, no problem. And obviously coming to you, Ali, like, I mean, you look at these team statistics. I mean, obviously, I mean, Brentford are having a decent season. I mean, seventh in the league, you know, won 12 games, a couple draws there, quite a few losses, but, you know, decent goals scored per game. Goal conversion better than ours. Goals conceded, obviously conceded, you know, a few more than us, and then chances created. I mean, when you actually look at this, I mean, this is a decent game, you know, and this not just I mean, decent game for the neutral, but potential tricky game for Arsenal. I mean, what are your thoughts on these stats in terms of how the two teams shape up ahead of obviously tomorrow night?
Well, if no one knows, obviously I got season tickets at Brentford, so I know Brentford extremely well. I've had season tickets since the G-Tech was made and before that. So I've seen a lot of their players come through, develop. Just quickly touch on Thomas Frank. I said that was a sideways move, not because it was Spurs, just because at Brentford are very well run. They're a very well run club. I know Bobby said it in the past that Arsenal and Brentford have got a very, very good relationship off the pitch as well. And they show that on the pitch, man. They're very well run. They're a professional football club. And yeah, for me personally, they're a top 10 Premier League football club, and they have been for the past 2-3 seasons. So this was never ever going to be an easy touch. It never is. But people just think, oh, it's Brentford. There's a song out. We're just a bus stop in Hounslow. Those days are gone. They're more than that. They're a fantastic Premier League side. Their bench is outstanding for their level.
Yeah.
If may I add. But going to those stats and stuff, they will play, in my opinion, I'll be shocked if they play 4 at the back. I think they might go with 3 centre-halves. That's my personal opinion. They do that quite a lot in the big games, depending on who's coming to town. But yeah, we don't want to be giving them any encouragements from throw-ons and so on and so forth, because in-game they may not create a lot, but they will play on the break, and they're quite efficient because of Igor Thiago up front, or Thiago Igor, I should say. Yeah, I just think they're a good side. I think if we play to our level, we should win this game by 1 or 2 goals. But they are a very, very well drilled side. The first 10 games of this season, Keith Andrews was on the verge of getting sacked. I'm not going to hide that fact. There was murmurings in the crowd, even by myself, saying I don't think he's up to replacing Thomas Frank. But as the season's gone on, he's improved them from an attacking point of view. And Jordan Henderson has been probably there in the top 3 players of the season for them, alongside their striker Thiago and the lad that they bought from Bournemouth. His name's Dango. Is he on that list? Otara, yeah? That lad, very, very good player. If I'm just, I don't know, man. They're a good side, and I expect it to be a good game. But I'll give you my prediction now. I think it's going to be 2-3-1 Arsenal. But obviously we'll go through the lineups and stuff like that.
Yeah, so. No problem. I mean, yeah, obviously as we kind of go through the slides, obviously these are the predicted lineups. So we're gonna talk obviously a lot about the Arsenal predicted lineup. But I mean, you know, Ali took the words out of my mouth in terms of that Otara and that Thiago. I mean, they're the 2 names for me that make me a little concerned ahead of tomorrow night. You know, there's a lot of talk. Yeah, there's a lot of talk
as well.
A lot of talk of like obviously the likes of Visa and Buemo leaving, and I mean I kind of looked at them and thought to myself, yeah, they were done really. I thought they'd really struggle, and it's been nothing but. So I mean, let's focus on the Arsenal lineup first. So predicted lineup for Arsenal is Raya and goal, a back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Hincapié, a midfield 3 of Zubimendi, Rice, and Havertz, and then a front 3 of Madueke, Martinelli, and Gyökeres. So I'll come to you first, Neil. I mean, thoughts on that lineup, if that's the lineup that is obviously released an hour before kickoff tomorrow night?
If that's the lineup, defensively, I'll be happy. Midfield, I'll be happy. especially with Havertz in there. And saying it, to be honest with you, I think I'd be happy with Martinelli even starting to give us that defensive, that defensive, strength. Him tracking back, he does it very, very well. Personally, myself, I'd love if Trossard isn't fit enough to play. I would like to see Eze start on the left. I think it creates so much more, give us more creativity. But it's not a bad. I don't think it's a bad starting 11.
Yeah, definitely. Brenny, what about you? If that was obviously the lineup for Arsenal, your thoughts on it?
I'd be really pleased with that lineup. But one thing I will say, and I know Dodgy would agree with me on this, but Noni would really have to put in some work because you just don't know what you're getting with him. He can do something that's out of this world, and then another day he could be really awful. So if he does start tomorrow, he's really, really gonna have to show us tomorrow night that we don't miss Saka.
I miss Saka.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because we know Saka can get back to his best, but I just think with Madueke, it's just he's very, very inconsistent, and he concerns me.
Yeah, I mean that inconsistency is a problem. It is a problem. I mean, obviously, in an ideal world, we want all our players to be consistent. I wasn't too hard on him after the Sunderland game because I think he had a really good game against Leeds. He assisted, he scored. But yeah, definitely, depending on, we've always wanted to be in a position where we can bring a player in for Saka, and we've always wanted to not have to rush Saka back from certain injuries. So this is really a moment where Madueke really needs to kind of stand up and be counted because, he could essentially, and not to say he can make that position his own, but this is a real opportunity for him to step up and give Arteta a real problem in terms of selection. Because if he smashes it over the next, couple of games, all of a sudden, people will be looking at him going, actually, well, he deserves to start. He deserves to stay in the team. Ali, you obviously touched upon the danger men in Thiago and Katara. I think they've done phenomenally well after losing Visa and then Buemo. So that Arsenal lineup, would you change anything in terms of that Arsenal lineup? So if you were the gaffer tomorrow, and you wanted us to let's just say theoretically Manchester City win tonight, they're 6 points. Sorry, we go down to 3 points ahead of them. Is that the lineup you put out? If yes, why? If not, what do you change?
I wouldn't be disappointed with that lineup, but if Trossard is available and Saka is available, one of them has to start. So I can't go into another game with Madueke, Martinelli, and Gyökeres as our front three unless those two don't make the squad. Because it's three power runners, not much technical ability. So that's where we're going to be lacking. And the turnovers, we don't want to make this into a basketball game because Brentford will go forward at any opportunity that we give them to do so. So, as I said earlier, they'll probably play three at the back, and it looks like Bobby's friends have gone with three at the back with wing backs. Ayer, Collins, and Van den Berg, very, very good centre half from Liverpool academy, came over, Dutch lad. He's fitting like a glove. You got Collins, is the Brentford captain, leads from the front now. He made a couple of massive mistakes in his first season, but he's turned it around. Even Brentford fans were like, sell him. He was that bad. But now he's one of the best players, consistently performing at a very, very high level. And then you've got Lewis Potter, and is it Michael Coyote? Coyote is the Italian right back. Very energetic, very Abue-like, with more power, and he's got a very, very long throw like Declan Rice. So anything 3/4 or even if he's 5-10 yards in from the halfway line, he will launch that ball into the box. So they will bombard us with aerial threat, and they will look to hit the channels with Dango and Thiago to pin. The key tomorrow is for us, can we stop Thiago getting the ball, the striker, because he's very good at pinning defenders back. He's 6'2", He's
Absolute
basically like
unit.
Ivan Toney with pace.
Yep.
That's what we're dealing with tomorrow. Technical ability from Club Bruges. I think he's the second highest goal scorer in the Premier League this season. And Dango's not too far behind with his wing play. But again, we've seen him play and we've come up against him for Bournemouth. So these players, there should be no surprise. I think they'll give Arsenal the respect, but we cannot, like the boys have said, we cannot allow Brentford to settle into this game and get into a rhythm of just launching the ball into the channels. They chase us down. And then they will also press from the front as and when they feel like. They've got a very good goalkeeper in Kelleher. So we have to make sure that we are on our press. So when it comes from a press point of view, I like the front three that we have because they've all got pace and power. And they will run for 60 minutes, 70 minutes, whatever's required. But someone like a Trossard, I've heard, is cramp rather than a hamstring strain. So if that is the case, then I expect Trossard to start tomorrow instead of Martinelli. Unless Martinelli plays on the right and then we have Trossard on the left with Gyökeres up front. No matter what happens, Gyökeres has to start this game and Jesus can't start on the left wing. He'll be a passenger just because of Michael Coyote. This kid he's meant to be a right back, but he'll end up in midfield. He'll end up in a right wing position. Technically, he's not the finished article, Michael Coyote, but he makes it out with energy and he'll get the ball back. If he makes a mistake, he's going to chase it all the way down and press you and suffocate you. So, like Brenny said earlier, if we can score early, then that will most certainly play into our hands. And then Brentford have to come out and then play a little bit, which they won't want to do against us because they have been picked off against Nottingham Forest this season. They do concede a lot of chances against possession-based sides. So it's going to be very interesting how the dynamics of the lineup go tomorrow.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, and obviously on the screen here, we've got some obviously the key battles. You know, you've got Saliba versus Katara, Gabriel versus Thiago. I mean, we've spoken about how obviously Ali's spoken at length in terms of obviously how key it's going to be for our centre backs. I mean, if there's a game, you know, other than like obviously away at City, that we're gonna need our centre backs to be on point. I mean, these two players are in absolute hot form at the moment. And Brentford are doing really, really well. So Saliba and Gabriel, not that they don't, because they have, but they're really going to have to be on point tomorrow night to keep these two quiet. As we've also, go on, Neil.
Sorry, mate. I also think Timber and I think I would definitely go with Hincapié rather than he's got a lot more pace rather than Calafiori. So I definitely think we're going to rely on those two as well.
Yeah, and as you can see here, you know, it's going to be key for Madueke to obviously have a good game against his fullback. We need our wingers to produce tomorrow night, 100%.
Definitely.
We're going to need both Martinelli and Madueke to, you know, obviously do very, very, very well. Havertz, I can obviously see him continuing in his good form. And I just feel personally, this is a game that's absolutely made for Gyökeres. Absolutely made for him. I mean, I don't know who said it. I don't know whether... I mean, I think I've heard it on the X timeline. I think I've heard it in the Discord. I've heard it on, you know, our shows. You know, everyone was kind of expecting, well, some people were expecting him to come in, hit the ground running, get 40, 50 goals. It was never going to happen. But these were the games, you know, crunch time against tricky opposition, probably going to be tight. This is where, you know, we've seen obviously against some of the other lesser opposition where we want Gyökeres to really come in and get those goals to win us these games. And I think this game is pretty much made for him. Obviously, we've got to the point now where we bring up the team selections from some of Bobby's people, but I'm just going to remove that slide shortly because I just want to obviously speak a little bit about the game itself. So obviously the game is kicking off tomorrow night. Looking at obviously everything we looked at, the head-to-head, we've looked at the form guide, we've looked at predicted lineups, we've looked at who the key battles are going to be between. I'll come to you first, Neil. How do you see this game playing out? Like first 20 by half time at the end of the 90. And this isn't like optimism. This isn't like, what you want to happen, like how do you see Brentford approaching it? Like, just give me your thoughts in terms of how you see this game playing out over the 90.
I think I think Brentford will, and Coach Ali said something that was so true. I think they'll show Arsenal respect. But I don't think they're going to. They're not going to play in their home ground with the current football they've been playing themselves. They're not going to sit in a low block. I think defensively they might defend, sort of, getting everyone behind the ball. But I think with the energy they have in midfield, as Coach Ali said, I think they'll attack us. They'll try and play football against us, which is one thing I like about Brentford. I've watched them, some of their games this season. I've gone, that's a football club. I enjoy that football club. I enjoy watching them play football. But for me, I think it'll be a little bit of a tentative 20 minutes. I think we will be trying to have a look at what they're doing, their setup. And then I think we will hold possession. And I think unfortunately, I think the possession will overrun them eventually. And I see the game particularly in the second half being critical, and with the people we bring on, depending on the state of the game. But I see a difficult, very difficult game, a banana skin game. But I think the mentality of us this season, we can get through this game. And like I said previously, the confidence we gained from that Chelsea win, where we got to a sort of a cup final, I think that's flowing through the boys. And I think it's shown it in a game, arguably Sunderland, that I thought was going to be a lot tougher. As well as Leeds. I thought Leeds was going to be a lot tougher as well. So from my point of view, I think the game will be tentative to begin with, but I think we will eventually overrun them. And I think the second half will be key.
Coming to you, Brent, it's going to be crucial who gets the first goal in this match, isn't it?
100% it is. 100%. And for me, I feel if we were to concede the first goal, I still think we'll find a way back, because we always seem to respond. We all seem to respond well when we go a goal down. And I don't think personally that will happen tomorrow. But I think key battles for me, I think it should be Gabriel on Thiago, because Gabriel would for me, it's a battle that I don't think he'd lose. You know what I mean? And I know there's been a couple of times season where he's had moments against forwards, but you know what? It happens. It happens every season with every player, And but I feel for some reason tomorrow night, I just feel Gabriel's going to be really strong tomorrow. Saliba will be Saliba, of course, cool and calm. You know what I mean? And I told you already about these guys, man. It was like I was resting today, and again rewatching one of my favorite shows of all time, In The Wire. And I'll tell you, man, it's definitely Omar Little and Brother Muzone we got there. And if I ever met those guys, I would say to them, listen, you see what's in The Wire? I would blatantly ask them that question. I'll say, you remind me of these two guys because of their characters. You know what I mean? And they're gonna spoiler alert, and I think them two are gonna take down Thiago tomorrow, aka Stringer Bill. You know what happened in season 2. So you know what I mean. And I think the midfield battle should be one tomorrow. But I never underestimate Brentford's midfield because they work hard. And I feel if Norgard started tomorrow, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with Norgard starting any game right now, to be honest with you, because he gives you something different. And plus he'd probably be again given the lowdown on some of his ex teammates as well. Yeah. So yeah, I think we can win the midfield battle. If we win the midfield battle, we keep Thiago quiet, I think we win the game. And I'm glad Charlie's not playing because he's a player I rate so highly.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you. Now, what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to pause it because obviously I've noticed that Tolu is now backstage. I'm going to come to you, Ali, specifically for this question. So I just want you to obviously take this question. And this question says, do you lads think the cup final will be key on who wins the league for mindset of both clubs. It's interesting because I actually had a conversation about this the other day with a football fan. So I'm going to come to you on that, Ali, but just stew on that for the minute because I'm going to introduce Tolu. How are you doing, bro?
He's on
Tolu,
mute.
are you there?
I'm here, guys. I'm here. I'm doing well, G. I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
you're
sorry
good?
I'm late, guys.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's
Big
fine.
up, Tolu. Big up, Tolu.
Hey, coach. How you doing? Hey, Brenny. Hey, New.
Hey, bro.
Good, brothers.
You're right, Tolu. You're not bad, mate.
All good, all good. So yeah, obviously
Thanks,
we've
man.
gone through quite a few of the a bit of the show. So I'm going to come to you, Tolu. I mean, how are you feeling ahead of what is obviously a really important game, even more so if City go on to win tonight at the Etihad? How are you feeling ahead of Arsenal versus Brentford? Hello, Tolu.
Arsenal versus
Go on.
Brentford.
Okay.
Me or coach?
No, you, Tolu. Yeah.
Oh man.
The floor is yours, brother.
Arsenal
The
versus
floor is yours, bro.
Brentford.
How are you feeling
Let's
about
go,
the game?
Tolu. Let's see what your opinion is, bro.
Now we should beat Brentford. We should beat Brentford easily. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna shade or anything. We should beat Brentford easily. If we want to win the title, Brentford should be a game we should be winning. And I'm gonna be honest, at ease, we should be winning that 3-0 first half.
Okay.
Like go on and just
Mate, if
show
that
it,
happens,
show
then
off,
we're all dancing
basically.
with you.
And then with the second question about the cup win, against City, I think that's going to be very tough, like very, very tough. And it's so important because I feel that if we lose that cup games, I don't see us winning the league. I'm sorry. If we
Okay.
lose that thing, and City catches at Etihad or at Emirates, I think we play at the Etihad. They beat us at the Etihad.
Okay.
They beat us at the Etihad. That reduces it to 3 points, and then I think we still have Spurs. Now we beat Spurs. We still have one of the top 6 games to play. I think is
It's Man City.
Yeah, aside from Man City.
Man City and Spurs.
Okay, but then just having 3 points, just leaving it at 3 points is still a bit tricky. Like I still have PTSD. So
Yeah, we all do.
Now you got to where I wanted you to say. There we go. Say it.
I think if that cup game could go to penalties, if we let's say God forbid, if we lose on penalties, then I'll be like, okay, okay, I bet. When we lose during the 90 minutes, it's finished. It's finished. Like,
yeah, I mean, it is a tricky one. I mean, well, obviously, thank you for your opinions. I think you're probably in a minority in terms of how you're feeling ahead of the game, but that's all good. I'll be honest, I am a little anxious about it. But I do agree with you, Tolu. I think this game is going to shape the rest of our season. I think if we go on to win the Carabao Cup, I think we will actually go on to win the league quite comfortably. I think if we lose it, I think all those doubts, all those thoughts and the narrative in the media and the crowd, and I just think it would be. I think it's not impossible, but I think it would be really difficult for the lads in the group to bounce back from a cup defeat, in my opinion. Ali, the original question was to you, like, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think the cup final will be key to who wins the league for the mindset of both clubs?
No, I'm not interested in Man City, so I'll answer Arsenal. So the way these boys are talking in the media, the way Arteta's drilled them since the Man United loss, I'm going like, I haven't changed my opinion. I expect 2 trophies this season. So if I've gone with that view at the beginning of the season before a ball is kicked, why am I going to all of a sudden change my personal opinion, considering we've only lost 3 games in nearly 40 matches this season in all competitions? It just doesn't make sense to me. So if we're doing the stats and facts of when we've lost and what runs we've been on, it's all clear as day for everyone to see. We've lost, like I said on a previous stream, we lost in the 95th minute against Villa. Maybe we deserved to lose that game because Watkins should have scored before that.
Yeah.
We lost to a screamer from 30 yards from Szoboszlai. It wasn't clear. Clearly he's done it again done it last weekend again. So that wasn't a fluke by Szoboszlai. And what was the third game? Man United, second goal, Dorgu, outstanding finish. Zubimendi mistake, which is extremely rare. And then Cunha finish, we should have got to that second ball. So if we're really looking at it, the only goal out of that, those 3 defeats, I'm looking at maybe 1 or 2 goals that we're at fault for. The rest have been worldies. So unless Man City are going to put 2 into top bins at Wembley, I don't see them beating us. Tomorrow's game is more important than Wembley. I respect and understand the question that Chris put forward, who's a Liverpool fan and he's a regular on Football Takeover. But for me, they're 2 different competitions.
Yeah. You know what it is?
I feel like this team has gone away. Like, we're not mentally weak anymore. So if we lose this league, we're losing it because of tactics. We're losing it because of errors. Yeah. Rather than, they're going to capitulate. That will galvanize them if we haven't won and be like, you know what? We can't. Surely, lads. Yes, we've lost the final. We cannot lose a 6-point lead.
Yeah.
Going into that game, I expect us to be 6 to 8 points clear.
Okay.
So for me, it's like we get to the 22nd of March. We play Wolverhampton Wanderers next week. So yes, tonight we're going to be 3 points ahead. And then hopefully, God willing, tomorrow, 10 p.m., we're going to go back to being 6 points ahead. Then we're playing Wolverhampton Wanderers on the 18th, which is next Wednesday. That can take us to 9 points again. That puts pressure back on City. So for me, they're 2 different competitions, 2 different styles are being played in the league form, in the cups. So for me, I'm like, it's Wembley, it's a big pitch. Between now and the final, that's what, 4 or 5 weeks, boys. That's a lot of injuries can happen, suspensions. We can't predict that game. So we should just be focusing on one game at a time, that old cliche.
Yeah.
And win all our Prem games. I think we've got 6 Premier League games before the cup final. So I think we're two into that 6. Win tomorrow, that's 3. We've got 3 more games before the final. So we've got to win another 3 games in the Prem. That guarantees us being minimum 6 points ahead. And then hopefully, I think Man City are playing Chelsea in and around that time. And then there's obviously going to be Champions League fixtures in and around that time. So all of these things are going to play a part in the cup
there's going to be a lot of
final,
context.
Exactly. Not the league form. So the cup final may be skewed because of Champions League commitments. Where are we traveling? Who are we playing? First leg's going to be away. Second leg's going to be at home. Is the second leg before the cup final? Because if it is, we're at home. Man City might be flying away somewhere. So that
at the same time,
and also don't forget, City last day of the season has still got to go to Villa.
No, they're at the Etihad for that. They got to go to Stamford Bridge.
Okay,
so
but they're still got to play Villa.
Yeah, they got to play Villa last game of the season, which they may have to have Champions League football on the line. They might be 6th position by the time they get there, and they may have to win to get into the top 5, Villa.
Yeah.
And then we've got the Arsenal. Like, for me, I'll say it now. This is not going to the last game of the season.
I'm going to be brutally honest, brutally honest.
Go on.
I'm still nervous about this team's mentality, personally.
Fine.
And
same here.
There is definitely in sport, there is the performance, the physical performance, the skill, the technique, the training, all of that. And then there is the psychological battle. And I'm not, just put it this way, I wouldn't put my mortgage on Arsenal losing that cup final and then going on to win the league. I wouldn't. And it's not to say they won't, it's just to say I think it would be a lot for Arteta to pick those lads up if we were to go on to lose that cup final. I think it would be a lot. So and I've always, and you know me, Ali, I've always had this
Yeah.
doubt about the mentality of this team. I'm seeing signs, I'm seeing glimpses that actually, because the United game when they lost then, I thought, oh, here we go. And then I've seen the bounce back, and the bounce back has been brilliant. But I am nervous about the cup final, 100%. But I agree with what you're saying completely. We need to focus on game by game by game, because by the point of the cup final, we could have left City. We could be 9, 10, 12 points ahead. So I think, like you said, I think there's a lot to play
Exactly.
between now and then. And there's a lot to kind of take into context in that, we got to see where we're at. But I am a big believer in the psychological edge of sport. Like I've
Yep.
seen it. I've literally seen where boxers have lost fights. Boxers have lost fights in the weigh-in. Do you know what I mean? Like teams used
Of
to come and
course.
play the Invincibles, and they were already defeated before they even got on the pitch. And I just think, can you imagine the mood in the dressing room if they leave Wembley as losers? I'm just not sure they could bounce back from it. I'm really not sure.
Boys,
Go on, Neil.
I just think there is a real hunger to win something this season, and I think that starts with the cup final. And I see it. I see Deck, and I think to myself, Declan's going to put his body on the line in that cup final. I think
Saliba, Gabby
everyone, Saliba, Gabby, Raya, they're going to put
Zubamendi,
Timber, Zubi, they're going to put their bodies on the line. I don't see us losing that cup final. I really don't. I could be wrong. A lot of shit can change before then, but I just do not see them losing, especially with Haaland throwing footballs at Gabby's head and stuff. The only thing, and you know what, a lot of last season was our ill discipline on the football pitch. A lot of it was ill discipline. It was kicking the ball away. Trossard, I don't care what anyone says, he shouldn't have kicked the ball away. Declan Rice, okay, that was questionable. But again, the referees are in it. They're there to disrupt and cause a name for themselves all over social media and TV. But we haven't given them those decisions to make this season. And I think a lot of it is, I think we go out there at Wembley, wherever, we put a goal behind City. I have seen this season, this City team, I've seen frailties in the City team mentally. And even from people like Haaland's face when they lose a game, or Bernardo Silva, the little, rat. I see it, and I see it in their faces. And I'm telling you now, if we get to this situation and we still have a 6-point gap, I think that gets into the head of the City players. I really do. And Pep. Sorry, but I see Pep as well. I see weaknesses in him this season. And I think Arteta this season has his number.
There has to be a change there's going to be a change of guard at some point. And I just feel like we're getting into a point where this is the full circle moment in terms of the Arsenal City rivalry. I just feel like our squad is on the way up, and they're plateauing, and they may come again next season. And listen, we might play them 4 times in a month, like everyone keeps going on socials. I'm not too fussed about who we play. This is all about Arsenal Football Club and what we do ourselves. And that comes, as you boys have all said, with regards to the mentality. Now, in the past years, I have questioned their mentality at certain points of the season. But for me, I just feel like everyone's 1 year maturer. I feel like everyone's accepting and wanting to win and believe they can win this time round. They're talking a good game, but they've also delivered in their actions. Otherwise, they wouldn't have finished 8 out of 8 in the Champions League group stage. We didn't have all easy games. We played Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich. Club Brugge are not easy at home. They drew against Real Madrid earlier in the season. So we've played some solid sides throughout the season. If Man City come and attack us at Wembley, we'll rip them apart. If they start in a low block, mid block, and play on the break, then they've got a chance. If Brentford come and play football tomorrow, we're going to rip them apart. So they're not going to play expansive football. They may go with 3 at the back. They are going to have their wing backs doing the bulk of the work, and then they're going to have Thiago dropping into the midfield space, because Dango can play as a 9. So then Dango will come inside as well at times tomorrow. Quintara. So listen, for me, tomorrow is the most important game. One, for mindset, because we are definitely going to be 3 points behind. I have no doubt about that. And that's going to show our mentality. So this conversation we're having, forget Wembley.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at the G-Tech. And I'm going to be there to
real.
witness it. And I will
For
be able
real.
to give you a better understanding of how nervous these Arsenal boys get when we are 3 points behind. You know, that off the camera stuff, the leadership skills from Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Havertz, Rice, Zubi. Are they patrolling the troops? Get up together, because Jordan Henderson does that all the time for Brentford. So I'm going to expect, and I would like to see Declan Rice be doing that for the Arsenal tomorrow. Tomorrow is the biggest game of our season, because we win tomorrow, we've got a chance to go 9 points clear. That's how I'm looking at this. I'm not looking at this game going, oh my God, we're only 3 points ahead. Tunnel vision, just focus on your results.
Exactly.
We're so far ahead now. We're so far ahead right now, lads. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we are miles ahead. We need to lose 3 games, lads. Our goal difference is 5+ on them. We are 7 points ahead. Yeah? So we need to, if we can win our next 3 games, I said this before, Man City's pipes are going to burst.
Well,
they
let's hope
can't
so.
keep mentally going to the well like a boxer and slugging it out and, okay, we've got to win again. We've got to win again. We've got to win again. They don't have De Bruyne. They don't have David Silva no more. It's a brand new crop of players. It's a brand new crop of players. That defense is conceding chances. They may concede tonight, but I think they will outscore Fulham. You know, I don't see Fulham keeping a clean sheet. I can see us keeping a clean sheet against Man City at Wembley. That's the difference. I've got confidence. We all have confidence in our defense. Then it's about, okay, you got a big pitch. Let's play our pacey players. Let's make sure everyone's fit. Max Dowman's 1 week away. He should be back with the squad. He's what we call what's the word? How can we? He's like a
fearless.
What's the, like, you get a card and it's like the surprise package. He could be our Nicholas Anelka. Ace up the sleeve. He could be our Anelka off the bench. Just some random, right, Max, you're getting 5-10 minutes here in a Wolves game, in a game at home, and he gets us over the line. Do you know what I mean? So anything can happen in this season. Go and make yourself a hero, right? I'm lucky enough, what my job is, I've been at a high level. I've been blessed to be there. So I understand these pressures that they're going through. Yeah? Jordan's fought for world titles and things like that. So I get it. It's the same thing, but just in a different sport. The mentality, the mindset's the same. That's why I like the way Arteta speaks, but he needs to do it in his actions. And the last 3 games, he's done it through his game management and through his team performing. 3-0 Sunderland, 1-0 Chelsea, 4-0 Leeds. We need to keep more clean sheets and we will keep winning games. It's George Graham days.
No, I hear it, man. I hear it. Thank you for that. So we're at the stage now of the show where we're going to start looking at Bobby's people's lineup. So this is the part where we either see the marvelous or we see the madness. I'm going to come to you first, Tolu. So you've got the lineup of Raya in goal. You've got a back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapié. You've got a midfield 3 of Norgard, Zubi and Havertz, and then you've got a front 3 of Madueke, Martinelli, Gyökeres. You need to give me a score out of 10 and a reason why. So basically what you like and what you dislike about the lineup, and then a score out of 10.
A score out of 10, I'd give it 7.
Okay.
What do I dislike here? I want to see Rice. It's a very big game. It's a very big game against Brentford. I'm not taking any chances. I'm not saving anyone on the bench for any game, for any cup game. Just give me my 3 points, like, please. You can take Rice off. You can take Rice off after half time if we 2-0 up. I'm fine with that. And then if we to experiment, I would bench Gyökeres and play Martinelli up front.
Oh wow! Okay, interesting. Thank you.
And probably play Eze as the left wing.
Okay, Interesting.
I really
Interesting.
want to see that Madueke,
I
Martinelli,
like
and
that.
Eze. I
Mm,
think I think we really underrate Martinelli, and I'm one of the persons that do that. But
mm,
that boy is relentless. Shout out to
mm,
him.
mm.
I would love to see that. And
Mhm. Okay.
then the back four is still fine with me. I'm still happy with Nkapi.
Mhm.
I don't think MLS is ready to get into that position yet.
Mhm.
Not
Yeah.
not not at the stage where we're looking at the league
Mhm.
in front of our eyes and very close to grabbing
Mhm.
it. And then there is that. So 7/10 for me.
No problem. Thank you so much, Tolu. I'll come to you, Neil. You've got the lineup of Raya in goal, a back four of Timber Saliba. Uh, you got a back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Calafiori. Midfield three of Zubi, Rice, and Havertz. And then a front three of Madueke, Jesus, and Gyökeres. Score out of 10 and why? What would you change? What do you like?
6 out of 10. Um, I hate saying it, but this isn't a game for Calafiori. Hincapi needs to be in there. And I'll get my smile from Coach Ali because he knows I love Calafiori. But I think for me, Hincapi needs to give us the defensive solidarity tomorrow, particularly against their strikers and their wingers and their wing backs. Happy with the midfield. And absolutely, I will not have Jesus playing on the wing. I think this is actually a game for Martinelli to be able to sort of, help in defense with their wing backs. I want us to obviously push their wing backs as far back as possible, but I think we need to be realistic. And I think Martinelli helping us with his pace as well. I think they'll be worried about that in behind.
No problem. Thank you so much. Brenny, you've got a lineup of Raya in goal. You've got a back four of White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, and you've got midfield three of Norgard, Rice, Havertz, with a front three of Madueke on the right, Martinelli on the left, and Jesus through the middle. Score out of 10. What do you like? What do you dislike?
That for me would be. Ooh, I'd have to go with a 6 for that. Jesus, I wouldn't start him.
Hmm.
He'd make more of an impression from the bench. Gyökeres would start for me.
Hmm.
Um, Martinelli would start. I'll be happy with him because I think this will be a game for him tomorrow. And as for Noni Madueke, phew, I'm thinking, well, if Trossard's fit to play, I
Hmm.
would start. I would have Trossard on left, Martinelli on the right. The midfield, I'll be happy with if that was the
Hmm.
case.
Okay.
And then for me, it'd be a case of Havertz can put in a shift, give him 65 minutes,
Hmm.
then I'd take him off and bring Eze on.
Mm.
And the back five, I'm very happy with.
Okay. No problem. Thank you.
Yeah.
Coach Ali, your turn. You've got a lineup of Raya in goal, back four of White, Saliba, Gabriel, Calafiori, a midfield three, interesting one here, Zubi, Eze, and Havertz, and a front three of Madueke, Jesus, and Gyökeres. Score out of 10. What do you like? What do you dislike?
6 out of 10. With the players that we have available, I don't genuinely. I know Niels said he would like Hincapi in this game. I'm more than happy for Calafiori to play in this game because of his physicality, set piece play, chaos in the attacking third. I don't mind him playing. So whoever's left back tomorrow out of him or Hincapi, I'm cool with that. Benjamin White, just keep chilling on the bench, my brother. You'll get your chance on the weekend against Wigan Athletic in the FA Cup. Timber there. Zubi has to start in the 8, and I need Rice in the 6. Eze, fantastic football player. If he's playing tomorrow, he's got to play on the left wing. He's not going to play there because of what happened against Villa, and he's improving his tracking back. I thought he done very well against Sunderland, as Neil said on the previous stream. So I agree with that, and I think his confidence is coming back. But again, if you want him to start, that'll be for the Wigan game. Front three, I like Madueke. Do I love Madueke right now? Not really. I like him. He's got 1 goal, 1 assist in the Prem. Martinelli's got 1 goal and 2 assists or something like that. So those two need to have a massive performance tomorrow. That's why I'm seeing
I've
Gyökeres
lost
and
Ali.
Jesus.
Can you not hear Ali?
Yep, can hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
Oh, I think I've lost all my sound. Put a thumbs up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I've lost sound for all of you lot for some reason. Just continue.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I just
Can you
feel
let us
like
know in the comments if you can hear all of us? Okay, now
we can.
I can hear now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can hear you.
Okay, brilliant. Continue.
Yeah, so for me,
Ali.
just in summary, I think Gyökeres needs to start. Jesus, like the boys have said, off the bench will be good. And 6 out of 10.
No problem. We seem to have lost Tolu. If he does obviously enter backstage, I will bring him back in. So I will just come straight back to you, Neil. You've got a lineup of Raya in goal. You've got back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Calafiori, midfield 3 of Norgard, Rice and Havertz, and then a front 3 of Martinelli, Eze and Gyökeres.
Yeah, I was reading the one next to it. I mean, it's not awful. Look, I kind of want Norgard to play against his old club, but I think Zubi needs to start for me. I think he's been instrumental in the last few games, and I think he will be for the rest of the season. It's not an awful. I like everything else about that. So apart from, I mean, I would give that probably an 8.
Okay.
It would have got higher for me had obviously it been the one next to it.
No problem. Thank you, Neil. And the last one, I'm going to come to you, Tolu. The last lineup that you've got is a Raya in goal. You've got a back 4 of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincape. You've got a midfield 3 of Zubi, Rice, and Havertz, and you've got a front 3 of Madueke, Eze, and Gyökeres. So, Tolu, give me your thoughts on this lineup. Give it a score out of 10. What do you like? What do you dislike?
A score out of 10. I'd give it a good 8, same as Neil. I don't really have any problem with this. Eze is in. No, I think it's fine with me. I have no problem with it. None
No
whatsoever.
problem at all. No worries. I mean, of all the lineups, this is probably the one that I like the most. I'd be tempted to give this a 9 if I'm honest. I love obviously Raya is a given. The back 4 is probably my go-to back 4 at present moment. That's my go-to midfield. And with Saka out and Madueke in is an obvious choice given Saka's not fit. And I'd love to see Eze incorporated into the side. And at the moment, with Havertz coming in at the 10, I can't see him getting into the midfield, particularly with Zubi and Rice. So I'd be very, very tempted to give this a 9. So thank you, lads, for your thoughts on the lineups. Now, we reached the stage.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, what's wrong with Odegaard? What's going on?
I think he'll be on the bench.
Injury, minor not.
Yeah, he's got an injury.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh.
I think you'll see him on the bench tomorrow.
Yeah, I haven't seen the press conference from earlier in the day, but as Neil has said, I'm hoping for 1 or 2 surprises, as in Saka or Odegaard on the bench.
In his press conference, he was called out. So he said, that he late fitness tests, but he didn't mention even Trossard as well. He mentioned they're good. The only one he said is sidelined for a little while is Dalman, and then one of the guys were like, "Oh, so you said Haaland is out? Not Haaland. You said Odegaard's out," and he turned around and went, "No, I did not say that. I said Dalman's out. Max Dalman's out."
Yeah,
that's great news if it's true, because we need obviously a full bill of health, right, going into this stretch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Obviously, we know Arteta is very coy with regards, obviously, injuries and the fitness of players. I've just popped a little comment in the comments just for anybody who's watching to get your score predictions in, and I'll bring them up on the screen. So I'm going to start with you first, Coach Ali. What's your score prediction for tomorrow night's game?
Cool, man. There's always goals at Brentford. So I'm hoping there's more goals tomorrow and in our favour.
Yeah.
Tough
2-3-1.
one.
Oh,
3-1
I don't think
Arsenal.
I would love us to keep a clean. The reason I pause is because I would like us to keep a clean sheet.
Mm.
You right there, Neil?
yeah, mate. Just City are 2-0 up.
2-0 up. Damn.
Yeah. We expected that. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That might end up being 4 or 5. So
Yeah.
I'm calm.
Mm.
This is why. Okay, I'm sorry, G, I'm going to quickly go off on one. Not for too long.
We're going to
Give us
be
a
here
minute.
till 9 p.m.,
But-
bro.
Give us 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. But we as fans, we really need to channel our energy into our own club. We're focusing on Man City too much.
I've been
We
saying
were
that the longest
devastated,
while.
and we were like, it's like Arsenal. It felt like Arsenal lost on Sunday night. It was just like,
I've been saying that all the time.
Exactly. Bobby says it all the time. Brenny's been saying it. Well, he's an OG, so he knows how this goes. But please, I beg you all, just chill. Watch the
I've
games.
turned it
Watch
off,
Man
mate.
City. No, not you. Just this is like everywhere. Like this is not whoever's on the panel. I feel like we're more invested in Man City's results than we are our own at times this season. So I'm like, but we've been saying the mentality thing since November, December. Now we're in January, February, but we're still 6 points ahead. Before I think in November we were 2 points ahead. Then in December we were 4 points ahead. Now in February we're 6 points ahead, but we still got a mentality like the fan base. This is like, what are we doing? So we're creeping gradually further ahead.
3 points ahead, mate. Now,
3 points. But again, for me, I expect 6 points ahead tomorrow. I'm going to go 2-1. I would love it to be 2-0 or 3-0. But Brentford are going to go for it. They'll give it a good go. But if Arsenal turn up properly from the start, we win this game. Yeah? Because Brentford are a type of team also, if you get them under the pump early, they kind of shy away for a bit. And then if they shy away, that's when we got to score 1 or 2 goals like we did last season. Remember? The season before that, great possession in the black and gold kit what G's got on. Jesus was a baller that day.
I need that kit back.
Scored that header, so on.
It's hard.
So they are also they not strong from crosses, from open play. So we've got to make sure we're getting that ball into Gyökeres early, getting Havertz on the end of it, running in late into the box. This is our league to lose. Let's see what like the boys have said on the panel. Let's see how good our mentality is tomorrow night. Because I expected this. Arteta is expecting this result. No one's expecting Fulham to go there and get a draw. This is the Etihad. Like Bernie said, if it was Cottage, different story. Fulham are in bad form. They're conceding goals left, right, and centre.
Not the way they're playing tonight.
And the way our goal difference is going, they could make that up tonight. So then we have to win tomorrow. Let's see the mentality that I'm backing and everyone else is doubting. So prove me right and prove everyone else wrong. Let's see what Arsenal have got.
So you heard it here from Ali. Ali saying 2-1 to Arsenal, confident ahead of tomorrow night. Tolu, what is your score prediction for tomorrow night's game? You there, Tolu?
For tomorrow night, just give me my 3-0. Just give me my 3-0.
Yeah, boy, I take that.
No problem. 3-0 win. 3-0 win from Tolu. Brenny, score prediction for tomorrow night?
3-1 tomorrow.
Come on,
it's
I'm
also
loving this.
It's, you know what I mean. It's also because, and it's also because this will pump up the boys even more now. I find. I think this will pump them up. You know, like maybe three years ago, it would have been a case of, oh man, you know, a bit of thing. But we have got players now with stronger mentality, and I think for me, Declan Rice stands out for me. His mental attitude is so strong, and if the whole squad had the strong mentality of a Declan Rice or a Gabriel, we'd be laughing.
Yeah.
Would be absolutely laughing. And I don't mean Gabriel Martinelli, I mean Gabriel. So
Big Gabby.
You know what I mean?
Big Gabby.
So yeah.
Big boss.
3-1 tomorrow. But I don't think it'd be an early goal as much as we like it to be. But I think you know, like what I said last week against Sunderland. I said once we get our first goal, then we'd be all right. You know, even though we got, you know, it was I predicted around 32 minutes and we scored 42 minutes. So tomorrow I think we'll get the first goal. Hopefully we can get the first goal like around 13, 14 minutes.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you. And Neil, what's the score prediction for tomorrow night?
I've got the last 2 weeks right. So I'm hoping I'm going to get this one wrong tomorrow. But I think it's going to be a 3-2 win to Arsenal.
Cool, blimey, governor.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I want to give you an attack.
Mate, they're striking. You know, Thiago's a good player, mate. I've got him in my fantasy league for a reason. But I think we'll overcome, and I think we'll beat them 3-2. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tight game.
Yeah. Brentford,
what about you, G?
Brentford tomorrow night. I'm going to go 2-1. I think tomorrow night's going to be a difficult game, in my opinion. I think they're going to be up for it. I think it's going to be, as they say, squeaky bum time. I think there are going to be moments in the game which are going to be kind of edgy of seat. Katara and Thiago do scare me, but I think the defense will overall do quite well against the two. I think the game will start pretty cagey, but I think overall, eventually we will, we'll do the job. But I don't think it will be a comfortable win, in my opinion. I think you just have to look at their form. You just have to look at their league position. You have to look at the goals that they can score. But I think we'll get the 3 points at the end of the night. So we've got one score prediction that's come through, and obviously 3-0 to the Arsenal. Now, Bobby, if you can do your thing, if you can give the guests the stage so they can let the people know where to find them. So Tolu, obviously just let the people know who you are and where they can find you, bro.
I'm not really on social media anymore, but I'm always on I'm always on WhatsApp, on the group on WhatsApp. But like I don't really say much anymore.
No problem at all. No problem. Brenny?
Hey, yeah. Thanks for having me on as always. You can find me on my own channel, Brenny K74. And hopefully when I'm well enough, I will be doing some more content. I'll see how I feel tomorrow, and hopefully I may just do a quick preview, because I've been doing a lot of shorts, and they've been some of them have been getting me like between 1,000 to almost 2,000. A couple of times I've got over 2,000. You can also find me on X. You can find me on Instagram and Instagram Threads, and always on here. You can always find me on the Takeover as well. And big up to yourselves, and like, share, subscribe to all our channels.
Thank you, Brenny.
Oh my God.
As always, thank you for having me on. You can always find me as much as possible on the Football Takeover. And everyone listening, if you haven't subscribe like as quickly as possible, because it's some really good content. We all have fun. Thank you very much for having me on.
Cheers, bro.
Yes, Football Takeover, obviously on YouTube, Football Takeover on X, TikTok, and Instagram. Obviously, I'd like to say a special thank you to Tolu for coming on, making your debut, mate. And hopefully this won't be your last time. You say you're not on too many socials, but here at the Football Takeover, we take you in as one of our family, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Brilliant. And yeah, thank you. I'm G Talks Arsenal, your host, obviously, for tonight's show, part of the Football Takeover team. You can find me mostly on, obviously, the Football Takeover YouTube. You can find me on X, G Talks Arsenal, and you can find me in our Discord that we're building. For those of you who want to be part of our Discord community, you just need to, if you know somebody in the Discord, just request a link and I'll send it directly to them. If you've got an X account, then just obviously send me a private DM. I do check my DMs on at least a daily basis, and I'll send you a link and you can join the Discord. Other than that, obviously, I want to thank Bobby in the background, pulling the strings as always. I want to thank my partner in crime, Ali. And I want to obviously thank Neil, one of our regulars, Brenny, one of our regulars, and big up Ali for obviously shouting out Tolu, who was obviously putting his debut tonight, putting a good performance. So hopefully we'll see you again, obviously on the shows. Big up everybody watching. Big up everybody in the comments. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for giving up your spare time. What we do know is that we will be back. So we will be back on Friday night at 6:45 p.m/7 p.m. Where we will be doing a reaction show to the Brentford game tomorrow night. So yeah, that's about it. So I mean, I'm not even going to tune into the City game,
Yeah,
but
it's
I
so
am definitely going to be.
frustrating.
Yeah, but I'm definitely going to be
Don't, mate.
tuning into the Arsenal game tomorrow night. So yeah, just want to big up everybody for tonight's show. Have a lovely evening where you are, and come on, you Gunners. Let's hope we can get the 3 points tomorrow night. Peace out.